and strength. Why does she cower when lascivious male stares at her bindi? She can invite the chakra's volatile energies to thwart the violence against women. Awareness is all. Thank you for asking.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Rakshandaji, for sharing your thoughts on the book. You are absolutely right when you say that Professor Lal's poems, they share her inner thoughts, her inner life. Before I move on to Namitaji, may I request all of you if we can keep our mobile phones, our cell phones in silent mode, please. So let me move to Namitaji and requesting her to share her thoughts on the book.
I know Mala is also, she taught me many years ago for a little while, and she was a friend for I don't know how many years, and I've known her as my co-anthologist. We have done the brilliant series on Sita, Radha, and Lakshmi. And I still remember Sonal sitting here in front of us, and the beautiful rendition she did of Radha is unforgettable. It brought Radha to life. And Radha was the most subversive of the three, but in their different way. Lakshmi is also not what we might expect her to be. And Sita, certainly, In Search of Sita, opened up a lot of questioning, a lot of anger, a lot of reconciliation from the most unexpected places. Ashya Satar spoke in defense of Ram. Somebody from the extreme right wing spoke against Ram. It just changed the equity of the situation of leaving a pregnant woman alone in the forest at that time. And Mala and I put a lot of our hearts into that first anthology. But here, although each of the 5 segments of the book are distinct in mood and theme, I was drawn to the third section, which is Echo of Myths, especially as it follows many of these ideas and motives that we have worked on together over the years. Is my voice clear, or do I
Yes,
need
yes.
Yeah.
So I'll just point out the 5 sections to you because it'll be easier. There's Whispers of the Earth, the first one, which brings in also the seasons which you just read out from. There's installations, which includes jalebis in Jaipur, which I'm sure you will find intriguing. The Echoes of Myths, which has a lot of the outliers in Indian mythology who need to find expression, beginning with Hidimba, who's very close to me, and I've written a book for young readers about Hidimba, the first of the Pandav, the eldest of the Pandav wives, who never got the recognition she deserved. Then there are meditative missives, and then there is Women Who Wander, which is a lovely title, which begins with Grandmother's Blouse, which is absolutely one of the most wonderful poems I read in this collection. So I want to go to a particular poem. I want Mala to read it, and then I want to interrogate Mala a little bit on that poem. And then if there's time, I want to go to Grandma's Blouse, because it's a very, very
Page
sweet.
number 109.
No, right now I'm not going on that page at all. I'm going to Lakshmi's Advent on page 71. So, Mala, if you could read out the poem on Lakshmi's Advent, because I'll tell you why this poem is so dear to me. Our goddess trilogy of these 3 goddesses was on the treasures of Lakshmi, the goddess who gives. And in that, I had written an essay also on a figure I'm deeply intrigued by, which is a Lakshmi. A Lakshmi is the the sister, but the dark image in Indian myth of Lakshmi, and it also fills you with a little awe, trepidation, but at the same time you feel it's unfair. just to take somebody who is unfortunate, and maybe unfortunate due to her own actions as they try, but it was a moral lesson on the good girl and the bad girl somewhere also. I've always felt this deep, deep, deep empathy for a Lakshmi. I think I'm a bit of a Lakshmi myself. You know, I reject all the. I mean, I do feel, and so she's written a poem, a beautiful poem on Lakshmi's advent, and then she's written one on the enigmatic figure of a Lakshmi, who is Lakshmi's unfortunate older sister. And I found that a beautiful poem. So Mala, if you can talk about both Lakshmi and Alakshmi, first read it in whichever order. If you'd rather talk about Alakshmi first and then Lakshmi, that you're welcome.